Hi again, everybody. Welcome to MVL basketball here at West Muskingum High School, where the Tornadoes are hosting the New Lexington Panthers. Our Twigs, Ted Snyder, Matt Mahalko, Isaac Dreyer, Brady Knavel, all glad to be a part of your broadcast team tonight. And Ted, the note for this game continues to be the New Lex health situation.
Yeah, they're obviously going to be without the services of leading scorer Isaiah Stevens once again. He's not ill. He's actually injured with a separated shoulder and a shooting shoulder. But they were missing two key players the other night when we saw them. Eli Stevens and Lane Ratliff were out with illness. They're both back in uniform tonight. Eli's in the starting lineup. We expect Lane to come off the bench.
Well, that may be due to not being 100% for Lane, because if he were, Ted, he'd have to be on the floor.
Yeah, he's a starter even when they're at full strength, so that's why I'm saying he may not be back to 100% yet. They may try to limit his minutes just coming off illness, but Eli is in there, and this New Lexington team, Howard, they need a win in the worst way. They're coming off 3 consecutive losses, and prior to this 3-game stretch, they had not lost back-to-back seasons all year.
Yeah. By the way, one other note, Ted, we don't see Malachi Thresher dressed on the floor. We talked to a couple New Lex folks, and they said illness has been going around the high school.
Yes.
So it's possible that now Malachi's down.
Yeah, that's January and February are just awful times for spreading illness within a school. So many kids in one confined space, and you're right, the illness is going around New Lexington schools right now at the worst time because we're coming down to crunch time. 3 regular season games left to tune yourself up before playoffs begin.
When we saw New Lex against Maysville the other night, Maysville literally, I think, 5, possibly 6 different guys guarded Bentley Hansen.
Yes.
Do you think that West Muskingum will have a similar approach?
I would say so, but I think West Muskingum, the key to their success all begins on the defensive end, and you're definitely going to have to stop Hansen. He's going to be your primary playmaker for New Lex while Stevens is out injured, so that would probably be the game plan, I would guess, that Coach Kelsheimer is going to come in here with, make some of the others beat you. But we saw the other night Corey Adam, Paul Stenson, some other guys capable of making shots.
Yeah, Corey Adam banged down 5 threes, and good night, he had 17. By the way, we do want to make a note that West Muskingum won the JV game. Late in the game, a young man by the name of Ethan Lloyd made a basket, and it's our understanding that he's coming back just rounding into shape after a little bit of a medical situation. So congratulations to that young man.
Yeah, the crowd just erupted in cheer, and we couldn't figure out what was going on, but we quickly found out from the West Muskingum locals here. Yeah, he was one of the – there was 3 or 4 students in that vehicle was involved in a really, really bad car accident, and he was seriously injured. It's really nice to see him back. They said he was just actually cleared for sports activity this morning, so what a moment for West Muskingum High School here.
We wish him the best.
Yeah.
Now, the news for both teams, Ted, is the drawing coming up Sunday. Let's start with West Muskingum. There are 13 teams in their sectional. It's actually a sectional district. 1 team's going to the regionals. That region is just loaded.
Yes, it is.
Maysville, John Glenn, West Muskingum, Beaver Local, and East Liverpool, all 5 good teams. Somebody's going out early.
Yeah, Carrollton and Indian Valley are also in that district. They're a very tough team. Carrollton played Maysville very tough up in Canton at the midseason tournament back in December, the shot clock tournament. Carrollton played Maysville and played them pretty tough. So there's a lot of schools in that district that can pull off upsets. And you're right, seeding is going to be paramount. If you can get that first game at home, that could be the difference between a win and a loss in round 1.
Well, as I see it, Ted, again, I may be incorrect, the folks on the other end, the eastern end, are probably not going to swing West Muskingum's way. They'll pretty much have to go with John Glenn and Maysville.
Yes.
So West could be on the outside looking in, possibly a road game.
Yes.
And that's a tough situation.
It really is. And, you know, this West Muskingum team, they battled some health and injury issues of their own. Last time we saw them, they were without Reed Limity, and Carter Smith was limited in the game with what appeared to be a lower leg injury, but they appear to be back to full strength tonight. We see Reed Limity as well as Carter Smith in uniform, and they warmed up, looked just fine. So that's a positive note for the West Muskingum Tornadoes.
Now for New Lex tournament draw on Sunday, they're in another difficult position that they're kind of the outside looking in. They want that home game in the first round. They're in a 14-team sectional with 2 byes, so the other 12 teams, the 6 games, and then the 2 byes. So, you figure that of the 6, maybe they get a home game, but, coming in possibly at 10-10, they may not get the seed that they deserve.
The one benefit that they hold is they're the only MVL team in that district, in the Division IV Southeast District, since Sheridan moved to Division III. So they will not have to face any MVL teams for the second or potentially third time in the postseason, which could be an advantage. A lot of the teams down there aren't as familiar with them.
Let's pause for the anthem, please. Starting lineups. First for the New Lexington Panthers under coach Jeremy Dewar. They are 10-9 overall, 5-7 in MVL play, 3-5 away from home. As Ted mentioned, they have lost 3 games in a row, but against good opponents, Coshocton twice and then Maysville. Offensively for the Panthers, 54.5 points per game. Defensively, very sound, just 49 per game. Earlier in December, Ted, they beat West at New Lex, 55-47. Bentley Hansen with 22 that night.
Yeah, that was a game we did, a very close game throughout. New Lex was able to hold on at home, but this New Lexington team tonight has a very different look than that team back in December.
Absolutely. Starters will be Bentley Hansen, 5'10 senior, 14.5 points per game. Paul Stenson, 6'2 junior, 4.5 per game. Eli Stevens, 6'4 sophomore, 4.5 points per game, 4 rebounds. Corey Adam, 5'9 senior, 3 points per game. And Sam Roop, 6'3 junior, at 3 points per game. For the Tornadoes, under Coach Jackson Kelsheimer, 11-8 overall, 6-7 in the MVL, 7-3 at home. They will go with Carter Smith, 6'2 sophomore, 10 points per game. Jake Anton, 6'3 senior, 8.5 per game. Coleman Lloyd, 6'2 senior, 4.8 per game. Connor Hill, 5'9 sophomore, 3.5 a game. And Cade Porter, the 6-foot junior, at 4 points per game. New Lexington in the traveling black with orange numerals and trim. West Muskingum in the home white, blue trim, gold and blue numerals. And Smith jumping center along with Roop. Ball knocked out of bounds. It goes to New Lexington. Let's see what West opens up. It looks like it'll be man-to-man with Anton on Hansen. And that is indeed the matchup. Across the timeline, over to Corey Adam. He holds, double team, splits it with the dribble, kicks around. Hansen settles things down to the corner for Stenson. Swing it around, Adam in the corner. Long ball on the way is perfect for the Panthers.
Sam Roop gets the first points on the board of the night. 6'6 junior, he can really shoot it from out there.
2-3 zone for New Lex. Jake Anton runs the point, gets the high ball screen, drives inside, pulls up from 12, scores the basket.
I love the aggressive mindset early from Jake Anton. He struggled with foul trouble. The last time we saw him, he was in and out of the game throughout, never established a rhythm. Nice to see him start off well here tonight.
2-1-2 press for West Muskingum. Press offense good enough for New Lex. However, on the other end, they do throw it away. They cross the timeline, good shape, but then a turnover goes back to the Tornadoes. 3-2, New Lex on top. Anton to the right side with the basketball. And then inside, stolen away. New Lexington has it. That is Bentley Hansen. Connor Hill couldn't handle things under the basket. Crosses the timeline. Hansen to the corner. Stenson, 3-ball on the way. Got it.
Paul Stenson loves the corner pocket. It's where he shoots his best from, and he knocks one down. Panthers 2 for 2 from the beyond the arc early.
This is how they started against Maysville. 2-guard front for West Muskingum. Somewhere along the line, somebody's going to have to be a cutter, I would think, with a 2-guard against a 2-3. However, Anton bangs a triple.
Anton is such a good offensive player, but sometimes is a little passive as his role in point guard.
1-2-2. Double team across the timeline. Foul called on the floor as Hansen tries to split it with the dribble. Fouls on Connor Hill, and that will be his first, team's first here in the first quarter. Hansen with the basketball. Now a switch on him, it's Connor Hill. West Muskingum stays man. Roop picks up, looks, ball tapped around. Roop picks it back up, double team, throws it off the leg of Anton, so New Lex will maintain possession. 5:49 to go, 6-5. The Panthers of New Lexington over West Muskingum by a single point. Inbounding will be Stenson for the Panthers. To the top for Hansen. Hansen gets the high ball screen from Eli. Then back to Eli. He will drive, 3, 4, fouled, knocked out of bounds. Looked like Carter Smith got a hand on the shot. Instead, it will be the ball underneath for New Lex. They will lob inside, and Carter Smith steals it. He is on a breakaway. He's fouled, no call. Well, no whistles tonight, Ted.
Yeah, I guess not.
2 fouls both ways.
Yeah.
Back to Bentley Hansen. 6-5, New Lex with the 1-point lead. 5:25 to go. Another high ball screen for Eli. Hansen picks it up. Stevens swings it around. That's Stenson. Back to Hansen. Hill on him. Hansen left-hand dribble to the baseline. Rolls around. 3-ball is blocked by Coleman Lloyd. Here come the Panthers on a nice run out and a basket. Excellent job by Coleman Lloyd.
Lloyd blocks the shot, gets rewarded on the other end with the lay-in.
And this is where West is so dangerous because they can set up the press after a made basket.
Yeah, the Tornadoes have one of the more effective full-court presses I've seen this season.
Hansen goes over to Stenson. Stenson holds, swings to Corey Adam. Back to Hansen. Hansen inside, shot up is good.
Bentley Hansen, so athletic. Very quick first step to the basket and great finisher once he gets there.
Anton quickly across the timeline. Back on top with the Tornadoes. Connor Hill will swing around to Coleman Lloyd. Lloyd in the corner, long ball on the way is good.
Got hot shooting from both teams to start this game, Howard.
10-8, West Muskingum, 4:10 to go. 1-2-2, three-quarter press, half-court press actually, for the Tornadoes. Adam and Hansen on the press offense. They break across the timeline. Corey Adam double teamed, needs some help, goes to Hansen. Hansen swings to Stenson. Ball knocked around again. Here comes Coleman Lloyd in transition. It's Anton, and then a block goes on Stenson.
The defense leading the offense, Howard, like you said in the early going. This West Muskingum team is really as good as their defensive press is effective. When they make shots and are able to set up that full court press, they really cause the other team some frustrations.
Lane Ratliff will replace Roop, Sam Roop, and West Muskingum will have the basketball. They will go inside to Lloyd, and he will score again. He has 8 substitutions for West Muskingum. Coming in will be Kyle Porter and also Reed Lemedy. Bounce pass to Hanson. Now it's full court press by West Muskingum. Hanson and Ratliff on the press offense. They get it across the timeline. Picked up by Adam. Nearly a steal by Carter Smith. 12-8. West Muskingum leads by 4. Bounce pass inside to Eli Stevens. Nice job defensively on the three-quarter front by Carter Smith.
Yeah, the Tornadoes really locked in defensively here tonight.
Very good.
Jumping passing lanes, really tight man-to-man defense on their man.
Hanson crosses the timeline to Lane Ratliff. He will swing it around to Corey Adam. Stenson, Hanson to the corner. Ratliff, left-hand dribble, pulls inside off the rim. Rebounded by Eli Stevens. Loses it and then goes back to West Muskingum. Nice job by Carter Smith of affecting the shot. Now Tavin Bennett will enter the lineup for the Tornadoes. So they've played already 8 guys here in this first quarter.
The Tornadoes will play 9, potentially even 10. We haven't seen the freshman Noah Morrison yet. He was a starter the last time we saw this team.
New Lexington in the man-to-man now. Anton picks it up, goes to the top. Long shot on the way for the Tornadoes is good. That's Kyle Porter. Suddenly it's 15-8. A run going for West Muskingum. Stenson on the press offense with Hanson. Hanson crosses the timeline with the bounce pass. Stenson holds. Back on top, Hanson. Back to the corner and Stenson. Eli Stevens on top now to Lane Ratliff. Left-handed dribble, picks it up. Surrounded by the defense of West Muskingum is New Lex. Great job by West on the D end. They will have now Adam with the 3 ball off the iron, rebounded by Eli Stevens, picked up by Adam. And now the Panthers and Lane Ratliff with the shot off the back iron, rebounded again offensively. And then Corey Adam will go inside. Eli Stevens picks it up. Stenson thinks about the 3, loses the basketball, picks it up, and swing it around to Corey Adam. Down to 145, 15-8 West Muskingum. Bentley Hanson holds. Crosses over by Tavin Bennett. Shot up is foul on Bennett. Couple of free throws coming for Bentley Hanson. He has 2 as Hanson, and he will be the free throw shooter, first of the game for either team. With 1:36 to go first quarter. Got it. Bentley Hanson, excellent free throw shooter. One more coming. Noah Morrison makes his entrance, and he will replace Jake Anton for West Muskingum.
Noah Morrison's going to be a name you're going to be hearing a lot in the next few years here from West Muskingum. He is a really, really good player for a freshman.
Second free throw good by Hanson, and Sam Roop will replace Eli Stevens. It's 15-10. Boy, New Lex needed those free throws.
Yeah, that stopped the bleeding. Tornadoes had a little mini run going, 7 or 8-0 run they were in the midst of before those 2 free throws.
New Lexington stays man-to-man. Jump shot by Reed Lemony, not there, but the offensive putback by Carter Smith. 17-10 in favor of West Muskingum. 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. Hanson across the timeline to Ratliff. Noah Morrison on him to the corner. Corey Adam is doubled, gets out of it with the dribble, goes back, Stenson holds, and reverses to Hanson. Lane Ratliff, Noah Morrison on him. Crossover dribble, back to the corner for Corey Adam. Drive, 2 dribbles, spins, looks, not there, back to Sam Roop. He will swing to Stenson, back on top. New Lexington all around the perimeter. High ball screen by Roop, and back to Hanson, down to 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. That's Ratliff, Hanson. Fakes the guy, then gets the shot over to Adam, and bang! Corey Adam. 17-13. With the ball are the Tornadoes in 20 seconds. They will play for 1. Noah Morrison gets the screen from Carter Smith. They hold with Kyle Porter. Porter with Stenson on him. He brings it out down to 7, trying to take Stenson off the dribble. Ball knocked away by Roop, and at the shot at the buzzer, it's going to be by Ratliff, not there. Good action in the first quarter for both teams.
And that shot just off the mark, but great start by both teams, 17-13 here in the early going. And that West Muskingum Tornadoes press, Howard, it really forces New Lex to use a lot of energy, not just physically, but mentally as well, just to get it past the timeline. And then all of a sudden you're facing defensive pressure out at the volleyball line. This West Muskingum team, they never let up defensively.
And when we saw New Lex undermanned against Maysville the other night, Stenson and Hanson had to play extensive minutes. They both played the entire first quarter, so at some point that's going to take its toll in the second half, similar to how it did Tuesday night.
Yeah, Jeremy Dewar's only played 6 players through the first quarter. He has not elected to put Carter Whitten in the game, who we saw the other night. Lane Ratliff's the only bench player to check in so far. But we talk about the Tornadoes and their depth. That depth really allows them to keep that defensive pressure up for 4 quarters, and that's such a luxury to have if you're Coach Kelsheimer, that you can kind of just substitute body for body and keep that full court pressure going quarter after quarter after quarter. It really wears a team down.
They played 9 guys, did the Tornadoes. They will answer with Cade Porter, Jake Anton, also Connor Hill, Carter Smith, and with the basketball, Coleman Lloyd. He drives in, loses the dribble, and it goes back to New Lex. The Panthers will answer with Sam Roop, Corey Adam, Bentley Hanson, Lane Ratliff, and Eli Stevens.
Paul Stenson taking a breather right now, and that's probably, looks like that's what Jeremy Dewar will do. He'll elect to sit one starter at a time for a couple minutes at a time.
Boy, it can't be too long though, get it? Double team on Ratliff, gets help from Hanson. Hanson, hand check. Oh, tough break for New Lexington. And Coach Dewar is saying the ball was tipped.
The ball was tipped into the backcourt, and therefore Bentley Hanson should have been able to go into the backcourt and retrieve it.
Coach Dewar needs to be careful. He's going to get teed up. There it is. He didn't see the warning from the official. The bench warning, stayed on the floor, had his back to the official, and he got banged up.
Yep.
Tough break.
Yeah, I've been covering this team for 2 years, and that's the first technical I've ever seen assessed to Coach Jeremy Dewar, and I don't think he did anything outrageous there. He just wanted an answer. But you're right, I don't think he saw the sideline warning. He had his back turned. So I think any action after that prompted a technical.
Anton makes the first free throw, makes the second. So put a cap on that. Coach Dewar thought it was a tip on the backcourt violation. Said something to the official about it. He was off the bench. The official gave him a bench warning. He turned his back to the official, but stayed on the floor, and that's why he got the technical. Foul on Roop, no call. Ball in the corner, 3-ball, bang. That's Connor Hill.
Tornadoes shooting lights out tonight as a team.
That is 4 threes for West Muskingum. Lane Ratliff against the 1-2-2 pressure, gets help from Corey Adam, and Bentley Hanson tries to direct traffic. Critical point for New Lex, down 9 here in the second quarter. Corner, Lane Ratliff shot in and out, rebounded Carter Smith. Push ahead is Jake Anton with 6:50 to go. New Lexington stays man-to-man. Hanson on Anton, drives with the left hand, picks it up, goes with Cade Porter on the drive, and then a kick over to Hill. Hill tries to go inside, and then reverses way on top, and then a great feed inside, and then a running, basket after the Carter Smith feed, missed by Connor Hill.
Yeah, Carter Smith spoon-fed him an easy lay-in, and Hill just missed it.
That's Hanson, high ball screen, Eli Stevens. Jump stop, goes inside.
Good pass.
Nice look, Eli Stevens.
Eli Stevens is winded right now, and understandably so. He missed a couple of games with illness, and Stenson's going to check in. It should be for Eli, I would guess.
One would think. That's Anton. Picks up the piece of crossover, now the dribble. Way long 3. not there by Coleman Lloyd. Rebounded by Eli Stevens. And Stevens will try to bring it up. Needs some help as he is hounded by Anton. And a timeout by Coach Dewar. Okay, let's take a quick look at our sponsors tonight. The Community Bank, and now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank. Thinks Harley-Davidson, live to ride to live. Thinks quality motorcycles, cars, and RVs. Quick as a wink deal with Finks and their easy leasing and rental programs. Foxfire Schools is a free alternative education for students in grades K-12. Check them out on the website, Kokonis Furnishing and Mattress First, where they are always making it easy to furnish your home. The exclusive flooring store in Muskingum and surrounding counties is Levy's. CA House reminds everyone that music is to be played for life. City Tire and Buckeye Pro Tire are always ready to serve your needs. The game replays tonight are brought to you by the Ohio Educational Credit Union and South 60 Films. Glad to be streaming partners with both West and Nulex. West stays in the pressure. Lane Ratliff double teamed, stolen away. Ball loose on the floor, picked up. Nope, going to be a timeout for West Muskingum as they avoid the double team. So it's going to be a 30 for the Tornadoes, up 22-15, Ted.
Yeah, the first timeout called by West Muskingum, and each team 4 remaining at this point. And, you know, we're watching New Lexington out here with their depth situation or lack thereof, and it makes me wonder how hard they were able to practice this week with so many different players affected by illness. And it's just, it makes you wonder, you know, if it was it couldn't have been a normal week of practice, which is going to lead to some situations anyway, getting tired.
And I can tell you, when you're scrimmaging the JVs exclusively, it's just not the same, or they would be on the varsity. All right, West Muskingum with the basketball. Kyle Porter, the inbounder, to Jake Anton, Carter Smith, Cade Porter, and Noah Morrison on the floor for West Muskingum. Tapped away by Hanson, picked up inside mid-post area, and then on the top side for the Tornadoes to the corner, to the drive by Anton, stripped away by Hanson. 5 minutes to go, second quarter, 22-15. To the corner, Stenson. Adam holds. High ball screen. Hanson drives inside, up off glass, scores the basket.
Very nice finish by Hanson at 5'10", going in there against Carter Smith at 6'4".
Hanson has 6. That's Anton. Noah Morrison drives right. Swings back around to Anton. Anton holds to the corner. Looks inside, now will drive. Shot up, off the iron, not there. Rebounded by Eli Stevens to Bentley Hanson. 22-17 in favor of West Muskingum. Hanson, left-handed dribble, crosses over. Left to right, Stevens. Swing it around. Lane Ratliff, Stevens. Bentley Hanson drives baseline. Pulls up from 8, got it.
Nice move, great pump fake by Hanson, and a nice controlled 8-foot jumper from the baseline.
22-19, West Muskingum with the lead. That's Anton to Carter Smith. Smith drives baseline, all the way across the baseline, and a drive by Morrison.
This kid Noah Morrison can play. He's fearless at going to the basket.
Same pressure for West, 1-2-2. Hanson, double team, gets help from Stenson to Eli Stevens on the baseline. Stenson, Hanson will shoot to 3, in and out, rebounded Carter Smith. Pushes ahead with Jake Anton. Anton, Morrison, gets the high screen. Carter Smith, and then a look inside for Smith, but stolen away by Bentley Hanson. Some football skills there.
Yeah, back-to-back possessions with steals for Hanson.
24-19. Hanson drives inside, picks up the dribble. On top, Adam. Stevens thinks about the 3. Instead, tries to go inside, misses the shot. Rebounded by Anton. And they will push ahead with Noah Morrison, and Cade Porter holds, now drives left on Corey Adam. scores the basket. Looked like he got hooked a little bit too.
Yeah, we haven't seen many trips to the line in this game so far. I think 2 for each team.
Yeah. And Lane Ratliff over to Paul Stinson to the corner for Corey Adam. Adam double teamed, and then a foul called on Cade Porter. That'll be his first.
It's going to be the team's first here in the second quarter.
Yep. So Rook will re-enter for Stevens for the Panthers, 26-19. West Muskingum leads. 2:27 to go here in the second quarter. Quick half. Stinson will be the inbounder. On him, Kyle Porter. Way out top to Bentley Hansen. West Muskingum will settle in the half court, man-to-man. Hansen, Ratliff, swing around. Corey Adam on top Stinson. Stolen away by Kyle Porter. He will go the distance and get called for the player control foul. Excellent job by Stinson.
Yeah, Stinson hustled back in defense and established position just in time and took the charge right to his chest. That's 3 consecutive great defensive possessions for New Lexington. If they can figure out this puzzle of full court pressure, they'll be right back in this game.
Coleman Lloyd re-enters. He has 8 points. Leads the Panthers, or I should say Tornadoes. Stinson drives baseline, double team. Hansen now in the corner, and he'll dribble it back out with help from Rook, Ratliff, and now Hansen and Ratliff. In the corner, Corey Adam drives baseline, double team. Ratliff swings it around. Rook will shoot to 3, in and out. Rebounded by West Muskingum's Cade Porter. Cade Porter back to Anton. 1:35 to go here in the second quarter. 26-19, similar pace to how these two teams played in the first encounter.
Yeah, 55-47 the first meeting. We're on pace for a similar score tonight.
Anton will hold. Goes over to Porter to the baseline. Shot by Smith is good.
Showing his range a little bit there, Howard. Carter Smith's generally an around the rim player offensively, but stepped out a little bit, hit an 18-footer right there.
Carter Smith has 4, 28-19. West Muskingum going to take the 30-second timeout. Re-entering the lineup is Connor Hill. He has 3 for the Tornadoes, so not sure what the strategy would be here, Ted. The timeout with around a minute. Maybe a different look defensively?
I would think so. Maybe try to switch it up a little bit so New Lex doesn't get comfortable.
All right, we're going to find out as the 30-second break is done. And so with 1:12 to go, New Lexington will have the basketball. And West Muskingum looks like more of a 2-2-1. So that's going to be the extra defender on the double team. So they've extended the 1-2-2 to a 2-2-1 out of the timeout.
So you got one less player back in rim protection, which leads to this right here.
Yep. But Stinson is rejected by Carter Smith. Ahead to Anton to the corner. And then the ball in the hands of Coleman Lloyd. Inside to Smith. And, yeah, you know, and that is a result of the physical play by these two teams. And Stinson and Carter Smith. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't tangle with either one of those guys.
Two very strong kids, both excellent football players, going after that loose ball, and neither one wanted to relinquish control to the other.
Again, there was a foul situation under the basket. Stinson will be the inbounder with 49 seconds to go. West stays in that 2-2-1. But again, New Lex broke it with that extra man, and they do it again as it's Eli Stevens, and he will go inside, be fouled, no call, has his offensive rebound to Lane Ratliff. He misses off the iron, rebounded ahead. Here comes Jake Anton. Anton will hold with down 25 seconds to go. Not sure West will stay in that 2-2-1, Ted.
Yeah, it leaves you vulnerable for an over-the-top pass.
Yeah, New Lex has gotten him twice. Down to 12 seconds, that's Connor Hill. He is being guarded by Lane Ratliff to the corner for Cade Porter. Gets the high screen. Oh, inside it's Carter Smith, wide open to Jake Anton.
Second beautiful assist from Carter Smith in the first half. All around great floor game from Carter in the first half.
That is going to do it for the first half as the Tornadoes outscore the Panthers 13-6 in that second quarter for the double-digit lead right at the buzzer, Ted.
Yeah, this game feels similar to the game we covered Tuesday night when New Lex was hanging in there around 10, 12 points most of the first half, and then in the second half they just ran out of gas and Maysville started flexing their muscle. So we'll see if West Muskingum can do something similar here tonight.
We watched Bentley Hansen play the entire first half. I think Stenson maybe had one break. I think Corey Adam played the entire first half,
yes,
if I'm not mistaken. They only switched up three rotation of Roop, Stevens, and Lane Ratliff.
Yes.
So New Lexington, again, hanging in there, so credit to the Panthers, but West Muskingum, with their depth and their defensive pressure, as you've outlined, Ted, they're very good at playing the full court game. And they pass well.
They are, and they're very good playing with a lead. We've seen them play with a lead and play from behind this year, and they are certainly much more comfortable with a lead, as most teams are. But when they're playing with a lead, means they're making a lot of shots in their half-court sets, which allows them to set up that full-court pressure, which leads to easy transition baskets and so on and so on. When West Muskingum's missing shots in the half-court offense, that's when they get themselves in trouble a little bit. And they came out smoking from the field here in this game, and they have never looked back. They took the lead at 9-8, and they haven't relinquished it since.
New Lexington had the three triples in the first quarter, but then the defensive pressure by West in the second quarter limited them to just 3 two-point baskets. So, again, the West Muskingum pressure defense. The Tornadoes, on the other hand, they played 9 guys. 8 of them scored. The only guy who did, I should say 7 of them, Tavin Bennett and Reed Lemony were the only guys not scoring for the West Muskingum Tornadoes. Let's take a look at the scoring in the first half. Lane Ratliff did not start due to some lingering illness from the other night. He did not score. Paul Stenson had a triple for 3. Corey Adam had a triple for 3. Bentley Hansen 3 twos, 2 of 2 from the line for 8. Malachi Thresher not dressed tonight. Again, we're assuming illness. Eli Stevens had a basket for 2, and Sam Roop had a triple for 3. For the West Muskingum Tornadoes, Cade Porter started, had a basket for 2. Coleman Lloyd had 2 twos, a triple. He started, he had 7. Kyle Porter off the bench had a tray. Connor Hill off the bench had a tray, or started, had a tray. Tavin Bennett off the bench did not score. Jake Anton started, had 9. He's the leading scorer. 2 twos of 3, 2 of 2 from the line. Reed Lemony off the bench did not score. Carter Smith started, had 2 baskets, 4. And Noah Morrison off the bench for a basket. After 1, it was 17-13 in favor of West. And then the big second quarter for the Tornadoes makes it 30-19. I believe this would be the girls' basketball team.
Yep, they just captured their second straight small school MVL championship.
Congratulations to them.
Yep.
And a job well done for that group of young ladies. So nice going, girls. We are at halftime here at West Muskingum as the girls, I guess, get the pictures taken by the parents here for old time's sake. And there's a championship trophy already being presented. They're not wasting time, Ted, at the end of the season. Hey, give me my hardware now. So the West Muskingum Tornado ladies get their trophy for winning the small school division in girls basketball in the MVL. So again, congratulations. All right, Ted, as we continue to have some halftime thoughts for New Lex, they're going to have to continue to play short-handed.
Yep.
We saw them zone and man. Which do you think will be more effective against the Tornadoes?
I think a zone would make more sense. It would keep your players out of foul trouble a little bit more, and it may lead to some open looks from the outside, but I think in man, when you're struggling because you're limited in players and you're so winded, it's hard to keep up defensively. And, man, I think in zone it allows your teammates to help you a little bit more than it does in man, and at least forces the team to beat you from the outside and not the inside. But this New Lex team, they're really missing Malachi Thresher tonight, because he's really established himself as a physical presence down low. His rebounding and his defensive presence, they are really missing him tonight, as New Lexington not getting many second chance looks offensively.
And, and this looks very similar to Tuesday night against Maysville. They were really in it.
Yep.
And then that third quarter the other night from Maysville, where they blitzed them 19-5, and that pretty much did them in. And we'll see in this second half what that looks like. For West Muskingum, Ted, I don't think they're going to do anything different than what they've done all year.
Nope.
That's revolving door, players in, players out, three-quarter, half-quarter pressure, man-to-man. Nice job on the boards. They look inside. They pass very well.
Yep.
I imagine West Muskingum and Coach Kelsheimer going to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, you're right. We've seen them multiple times, and they've brought the same approach to each and every game. They're going to throw pressure at you all game long, and they'll throw different bodies in there every 2 or 3 minutes and keep fresh legs on you. And tonight for New Lex, only playing 6 guys, that presents a problem. And that's what really led to their demise against Maysville. They just ran out of gas. Not that Maysville's not a fantastic team,
no,
which they are, but you could visibly see New Lexington just simply running out of gas as the game went along in the third and fourth quarter.
Especially a guy like Bentley Hansen, who exerts so much energy on the offensive end without Isaiah Stevens to handle the ball. And then Paul Stenson on the defensive end just exerts 100%. So not that the other guys don't, but those two guys are critical, and those are the two guys who are probably going to have to play the most minutes.
I agree.
For the Panthers to hang in there.
Yeah, this little stretch with illness that they're dealing with, it could end up being a blessing in disguise a few weeks from now when they get back to full strength, because what it's doing is forcing some of these guys who haven't played meaningful minutes all year, all of a sudden they're in varsity games in February, with wins and losses are huge at this point. So these kids are gaining confidence, and talking about Sam Roop and Carter Wooden and the other guys, Malachi Thresher.
Sure.
Once they get back to full strength, maybe Jeremy Dewar can play 8 guys.
Absolutely. And again, coming back to what we talked about in the pregame, the drawing for New Lexington is so critical on Sunday because they desperately want that home game in the first round.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. They're sitting at 10-9 right now. They have 2 games left after tonight. I know one of them is against Morgan, and I'm not sure who the other one is against, but certainly winnable games. So they could end up at 12-10 potentially. So we'll have to see how it all shakes out. I'm not as familiar with the Southeast District teams as I am the East District.
Right.
But I know Warren Local's in that district, and they're going to be the team to beat down there.
Well, again, as we described earlier, there are going to be 2 byes, which I doubt if West, or I should say New Lex, will get. But there are going to be 3 home games in that first round. So my feeling, as I've said earlier, you're not going to get a lot of votes if you roll in there at 10-10. So they may have a tough situation.
Yeah.
For West, Ted, on the other hand, it's no day at the beach for where they've got to go in the Eastern District.
Not at all.
They could be looking at an away game.
They could be, but this team they're just a team that can legitimately beat any opponent on any given night if the chips fall that way. They got the depth, they got the talent, they got the ability to score. They obviously are excellent defensively. They went up to Dresden 2 weeks ago and only lost by 3 points, 59-56 against Tri-Valley, and I think that says a lot about their potential, who they can and can't play with, because Tri-Valley is one of the better teams in the East District in any division.
Absolutely. They are their tournament draw also, where I believe one team comes out of there. So we begin the second half, and Ted, let's talk a little bit about the style of play for both teams. If we assume the whistles will be the same, look for continued just really hard play underneath the basket.
I would assume so. That's the only way Carter Smith knows how to play sports, is 100% full go all the time. He's
on my team.
He's a gamer, and he's not going to give in. So
No, we saw him and Stenson earlier in this game in the second quarter. Well, it was a battle. It was a good one. Yeah.
He just, as far as he's the best rebounder I've seen this year, strictly rebounding. If there's a rebound to be had and he's in the area, more than likely Carter Smith's going to snag it.
For the Tornadoes, Cade Porter, Coleman Lloyd, Connor Hill, Jake Anton, Carter Smith. For the Panthers, Paul Stenson, Bentley Hansen, Corey Adam, Eli Stevens, and they're going to start Lane Ratliff for New Lexington. And they do need Lane Ratliff tonight. Officials wait for the clock to run down. West Muskingum will have the basketball going right to left. And we are set to go. Inbounding will be Cade Porter, and he will go into Jake Anton. Bentley Hansen, man-to-man for New Lex. Gets the screen to the corner, and then back on top. 3-ball on the way off the back iron by Lloyd. Offensive rebound by Cade Porter. Back to Carter Smith. He will go to the corner. They will swing it around. Anton brings it back out. Paul Stenson checks him. Left-handed dribble with Connor Hill. And then back over to Coleman Lloyd. Running jump stop, not there. Rebounded, knocked around, and picked up by Bentley Hansen. Empty trip for the Tornadoes. Bentley Hansen with Jake Anton on him. We'll go to Paul Stenson. Gets the screen, drives baseline, shot up, no good, but a foul called on Jake Anton. See if it's shooting.
When we last saw West Muskingum here against Maysville, Anton was really struggling with foul trouble. He got an early foul trouble, and each time Coach Kelsheimer put him back in the game, he quickly collected another, and he just couldn't establish a rhythm. And to start this game, Jake Anton had a really aggressive scoring mindset. Took shots on the first 2 possessions and scored 5 points, and I don't think he's taken a shot from the field since.
He did have 1 basket in the second quarter, but that was just 1 shot. Stenson in and out on the second one, rebounded by Cade Porter. 30-20, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Anton on top. Cade Porter holds, goes left, picks up the dribble, reverses on top. That's Connor Hill. Hill to the corner. Anton front iron, rebounded on the floor to Corey Adam. Well, there's your shot, Ted.
He was wide open, just front rimmed it.
Bentley Hansen drives left, spin dribble, picks it up inside. Nice look to the corner, and Corey Adam buries it.
Tell you what, Corey Adams making a name for himself this week. 5 threes the other night. That's his second tonight.
Yep, guy can shoot it. That's Anton holding. Gets help from Cade Porter. Porter now, back to Anton. Anton holds. Holds, now dribbles back between the legs. Bounce pass, tough call on Lane Ratliff.
You got to wonder with the physicality and the intensity in that first half if they're going to tighten these calls up here in the second half.
Yeah, that in the first half probably would have been a let it go, but they got Ratliff on the reach. 30-23, West leads. They have the basketball with Carter Smith. Eli Stevens on him, and then what? Inside.
It's going to be a moving screen on Jake Anton.
Well, I would say conversations at halftime took place with the Panthers, the Tornadoes, and the officials.
Yes. And don't forget, Jeremy Dewar was assessed a technical in the first half, so he's got to mind his P's and Q's throughout the rest of this game.
Absolutely.
So he can stay on the bench.
That's Stenson with Hansen. West up 7. Hansen, crossover dribble. Stevens thinks about the 3, back to Hansen. He'll go inside, pick it up. Stenson, stolen away by Carter Smith, but not saved in time, so it will stay with New Lex. Coming in as Kyle Porter, and he replaces Coleman Lloyd. Lloyd sits down with 8. Porter enters with 3, and Lane Ratliff will be the inbounder for the Panthers. We have a chance here. Down 7, stolen away by Cade Porter, and then stolen back by the Panthers and Corey Adam. Adam to Stenson. Stenson to Bentley Hansen. Hansen crosses the timeline.
You got a 5-on-4.
Back inside, and then Stenson, 3-ball in the corner, off the back iron, rebounded off the floor, and it stays with New Lex.
New Lex had a 5-on-4 advantage there temporarily while Carter Smith was getting back into the action, but could not capitalize.
1-4 baseline offensive set for the Panthers. They get it on top to Eli Stevens. Back in the corner to Bentley Hansen. Hansen swings. Corey Adam, ball knocked away by Cade Porter. The steal, ball loose on the floor. Anton drives and sailing out of bounds is Eli Stevens. Great hustle by both guys.
Yes, Eli Stevens the last to touch it while his body was touching the baseline. Therefore, possession will go back to the Tornadoes.
Noah Morrison checks back in for the Tornadoes, and Connor Hill takes a seat. Anton to the high post, Carter Smith. Eli Stevens all over him. Cade Porter drives right, bodied up, and then swings out on top. Noah Morrison over to Kyle Porter. Porter, Anton. Swing to Morrison. Morrison, nice look inside. In and out from Smith. Front iron, rebounded by Bentley Hansen.
Great defense that possession by New Lex. Really locked in defensively, not allowing deep penetration by West Muskingum.
Bentley Hansen crosses the timeline, drives inside, picks up the dribble. Inside it's Stenson, stolen away. Here comes Carter Smith, 1-on-2, European step, misses the shot, draws the foul.
See who this is going to be on. I think it's Corey Adam. It's going to be his first personal.
Yeah, nobody in foul trouble at this point. 2 team fouls on both teams here in the third quarter. And Carter Smith with a couple of free throws coming. Sam Root going to check in after this free throw. Back iron, not there. Corey Adam takes the seat. Sam Root checks back in, and Carter Smith gets one more, 30-23 in favor of West Muskingum. And one more free throw coming for Carter Smith. Got it. He has 5. And West Muskingum 1-2-2. Looks like half-court pressure coming up. Hansen crosses the tip, doesn't cross the timeline yet. Now will bounce ahead to Stenson. Another nice job of press offense by New Lex.
Yeah, they're spacing much better there. Something that must have been addressed at halftime.
Hansen takes his time to Eli Stevens. Stevens holds. Looks back door for Ratliff. Nice job. Hansen, 3-ball, back iron. Rebounded by Anton. And what are we going to get? We're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow, New Lex. So back to some of that physicality. Stenson will be the inbounder. New Lex down 8. Stolen away by Cade Porter, but knocked out of bounds. Busy hands for Porter. New Lexington will change their inbounds play. They will go to Hansen. Hansen with Anton on him. Gets it from Stevens. Stevens back. Tries to go inside. Will reverse. Ratliff drives right. Jump stop to Hansen. Hansen tripped. No call. Sam Root picks it up. Ball to Ratliff. Ratliff back on top to Hansen. Hansen gets the screen from Stevens. Sticky defense by West. Driving baseline is Stenson. Back to Hansen. Eli Stevens double teamed on the baseline. Knocked out of bounds by West Muskingum.
Just active hands by this Tornado defense. Cade Porter, the one that knocked that one out of bounds. But
31-23, West Muskingum. 3:13 to go, third quarter. West Muskingum has led throughout. Hansen will be the inbounder now. Nice bounce pass inside to Stevens, and he is fouled. I think that's going to be Carter Smith.
You are right, Howard. It is Carter Smith. Let's see how many. I think that's his first personal foul as well. And Panthers able to chip 3 points off this halftime deficit so far. could be 5 if Eli Stevens is able to connect here.
Yep, in and out, not there. One more for Eli.
11-point lead at halftime for the Tornadoes, only leading by 8 now. I think if you told Coach Dewar you're going to cut an 11-point lead in half, he would definitely take that.
Second free throw good by Eli Stevens. 31-24, West in the lead. 3:05 to go, third quarter. Anton drives all the way inside and kicks to the corner for Cade Porter. Boy, what a great answer there for the Tornadoes. Suddenly it's 10, 34-24.
Yes.
Ratliff, Hanson, ahead to Roop. Roop double team, tries to dribble out of it, and then knocked out of bounds by Carter Smith. Are they going to change the call? They are indeed. The baseline official said it was off of Roop, so ball back to West Muskingum.
It did appear to go off the foot of Sam Roop and out of bounds, so Tornadoes back on offense.
34-24, West leads. Anton with a reach on Roop, not called. And that with the basketball is Kyle Porter. On top, Jake Anton. Anton calls things out.
He wants to clear. He's got a mismatch against Eli Stevens.
Anton, right-handed dribble, spins, picks it up. Connor Hill inside to Carter Smith. And I think they're going to get Roop, and Roop was over the back of Carter Smith.
Anton liked that matchup against Eli Stevens, telling his teammates to clear out, but great defensive presence by Eli not to let him get down to the rim, forcing him to give the ball up.
Corey Adam checks back in for Roop. Nowhere to go is Cade Porter. Cade Porter off to Jake Anton. Over to Kyle Porter. Back to Cade Porter, just buried a three. Thinks about another one. Nice look inside to Carter Smith. And does he get the shot up off the front iron? Stolen away, and then the shot missed. Boy, oh boy. Action underneath. I have no idea who this foul is going to be.
Yeah, there could have been 3 or 4 different fouls called in there, and I just don't know who the guilty party was. They're going to say it's
I think they're going to
Corey
give
Adam.
Corey Adam his second and give 2 free throws. No, it'll be on the floor. Carter Smith had a great move inside, missed the shot, and then bodies were all over the floor. So West maintains possession. And they need some help. Nearly a steal by Hanson, but Anton retrieves it. Now Cade Porter over to Jake Anton. Anton with Hanson on him. Gets the high screen from Smith. Cade Porter, great look inside. Carter Smith.
Yeah, beautiful dish from Cade Porter. Hit Carter Smith in a full sprint on his way to the basket, and he lays it up and in. He's got 7.
Hanson holds. Gets over to Stenson. Stenson double team. Long pass to Adam. Back to Lane Ratliff, who will bring it back out. Hanson with the basketball. Gets the screen from Eli Stevens. Shot for Ratliff, front iron. Rebounded on the floor. Here comes Jake Anton streaking up the floor. And a foul called on Bentley Hanson.
Going to get Hanson on a little reach in. Should be it's only his first, actually. Yep. I thought it was his second personal, but only his first.
1:14 to go, third quarter. Oh, they're going to give him free throws?
They're in the bonus.
Okay, gotcha.
That was the 5th team foul of the quarter.
Okay, so Anton buries the first one.
Yeah, I know this has been at the high school level for several years, but I still have a bad habit of thinking it's 7 fouls per half and not 5 per quarter like it is now. You know, because high school basketball was always 7 and 10, you know, the 1-and-1, 7 through 9, and a double bonus 10 plus.
Anton misses the second. Carter Smith on the steal, 37-24 corner. Anton will launch, front iron, rebounded on the floor to Corey Adam. He will go around the horn to Bentley Hanson, finally getting the basketball. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Hanson, 10-second call. Goes against New Lex.
First one of the night against New Lex. They've been able to get the ball past the timeline pretty decent, but right there, you just got to wonder if they're starting to run out of gas here a little bit, Howard.
But yeah, it took 3 guys on that press offense, and that's one guy too many. Anton, left-handed dribble, takes his time across the timeline. Hansen's gone the entire way, has Anton, down to 40 seconds to go. It's Connor Hill holding the basketball. Kyle Porter. Porter looks like West is going to play for one shot. Kyle Porter to the corner. They will kick back on top. Cade Porter and Connor Hill. Connor Hill and Cade Porter. Cade Porter, left-handed dribble. Kyle Porter with the basketball at the high post to Carter Smith. Ball bounced around as bodies fly. It's Cade Porter. He's going to go inside at the buzzer. Absolutely fouled by Corey Adam.
Yeah.
He should get 2 free throws.
Yeah, that's not a good foul from Corey Adam. The clock winding down. Cade Porter was going to have to throw a circus shot up, probably left-handed off the glass. So Corey Adam bails him out, and that's his 3rd foul in the quarter.
With 3 seconds exactly to go here in the 3rd, and the score 37-24, make it 38. 6 points for Cade Porter here in the basketball game. 14-point lead for West. That is their largest lead of the evening.
Yeah, this was an 8-point deficit just a few minutes ago, and Tornadoes on a 7-1 run right now. Make it 8-1 run. This could be their largest lead of the game.
Yeah, 39-24. Hansen will launch at the buzzer. Not there. So, after 3 quarters, West Muskingum's defense continues to be outstanding as they only score 9 points in that 3rd quarter, but New Lexington only scores 5.
Yeah, this game was 31-23 with 3 minutes to play in the quarter. And the Tornadoes finished that quarter on an 8-1 run to put us at 39-24. So that 3-minute stretch right there, we can look back and say that could be the difference in the game because New Lexington really had a golden opportunity there with possession down 8 and just were unable to convert on a couple straight possessions. And West Muskingum capitalized.
Quarter scoring for the Panthers, 13 in the 1st, 6 in the 2nd, and 5 in the 3rd for New Lex. And West Muskingum just doing what they have to do. You know, I don't think they're concerned so much about who the leading scorer is, who gets this, who gets that. You know, all 9 guys in the rotation come in and play hard.
Yeah, I agree. This team's deep, and they got so many different guys that could lead them in scoring any given night. It seems like they're really starting to buy in to Coach Kelsheimer's system and program, and it will be very interesting to see in the postseason how these matchups shake out in the East District.
Absolutely. Kyle Porter, Jake Anton, Carter Smith, Cade Porter, and Connor Hill. For the Panthers, Bentley Hansen, Lane Ratliff, Corey Adam, Eli Stevens, and Paul Stenson. Anton crosses the timeline. Cade Porter on the right wing. On top now, Connor Hill. Stenson all over him, and then a cheapie called on Stenson. That's his 2nd, first here in the 4th quarter. West Muskingum will maintain possession. Kyle Porter will be the inbounder. Jake Anton has the dribble with the left hand all the way inside, picks it up, another whistle inside. I think we're going to get action again away from the ball. It's on Lane Ratliff, his 2nd. All right.
Second team foul in the first 22 seconds of the 4th against New Lexington.
Keep your eye on that one. Connor Hill with Kyle Porter. Swinging around, Jake Anton. Anton holds. High ball screen, Carter Smith. Anton drives left, crosses over, crosses back, right to left. Shot up, rejected by Hansen.
Bentley Hansen giving up 4 inches in that matchup. But he elevates and swats that shot out of bounds.
7:22 to go, 4th quarter. West holds. Finally get the inbounds pass to Carter Smith. Smith crosses over. Tries to go between the legs and then reverses on top. Cade Porter. Porter drives left. Stenson all over him. Double team. Oh, easy shot. Nope. Carter Smith going to kick it back out for the 3-2. Kyle Porter misses the shot, rebounded by Stenson. Ahead Bentley Hansen. Eli Stevens to the corner. Corey Adam bounce pass inside for Stevens, up off glass, misses the shot. Rebound on the floor to Jake Anton. And Eli Stevens needs out. Long pass, great look inside to Carter Smith. Smith on the easy put-in.
That's 9 points on the night for Carter Smith, second only to Jake Anton's 10.
Here comes Lane Ratliff to Paul Stenson. Nearly a steal by Kyle Porter. Substitution for West, it will be Coleman Lloyd. Lloyd is coming in for Kyle Porter for the Tornadoes. What do we get? We get a timeout. Let's take a look at our sponsors. New Lexington and West Muskingum are both proud sponsors of the streaming abilities for this game, and New Lex is also the 21st Century Program sponsor. If you're interested in student enrollment information, contact the high school. Game replays are brought to you by Ohio Educational Credit Union. City Tire and Buckeye Pro Tire are always ready to serve your needs. CA House Music reminds everyone to play music for life. The exclusive flooring store in Muskingum and surrounding counties is Levy's. Peconis Furnishings and Mattress First, where they are always making it easy to furnish your home. Foxfire Schools is a free alternative education for students in grades 12. Check them out on the website. Finks Harley Davidson, live to ride, ride to live. Finks quality motorcycles, cars, and RVs. Quick as a wink, deal with Finks and their easy leasing and rental programs. And at Community Bank, now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with Community Bank. Largest lead of the night, Ted, 17 for West Muskingum.
Yeah, they really opened up a big lead the last 3 minutes of the third quarter and the first minute and a half of this fourth quarter. In that 4.5 minute stretch, they're on a 10-1 run currently.
They have the basketball. Inbounding will be Coleman Lloyd. Bentley Hansen, nearly a steal. Jake Anton retrieves it. Anton left-handed dribble, bodied up by Hansen. Ahead, Cade Porter. Another look inside for Carter Smith. He will kick it around. Ball back out on the perimeter for Jake Anton. Coleman Lloyd playing catch with Jake Anton. Now Connor Hill, nearly another steal by Rattler. Hill drives inside, picks up the dribble. Cade Porter, or I should say Coleman Lloyd. Back on top, Cade Porter swinging around. West Muskingum deliberate offense here. That's Anton, and that was Stevens jumping out on him. And the ball sails through the hands.
Yeah, looks like the Tornadoes just spreading the floor and waiting for the right shot to present itself. They're in no hurry to shoot the ball with a 17-point lead, but holding the ball like that, you end up committing turnovers more often than not.
Stenson to Eli Stevens. He'll drive baseline, double team. Goes to Hansen for the three. In and out. Rebound knocked around and finally picked up by Lloyd. He will fly ahead to the streaking Connor Hill. He will be fouled, and he should get a couple of free throws.
It could be Corey Adam, and it is. That's his fourth, all in the second half.
Going to the line will be Connor Hill.
Carter Wooden at the scorer's table, Howard. The first time we're going to see him tonight.
Yeah, he played some Tuesday night against Maysville, so he got a little bit of varsity experience. Free throw good by Hill. He has 4. And Adams probably going to have to sit 2 minutes maybe. Hill going to the line for his second, 42-24 in favor of West. Make it both free throws good, 43-24. Here comes Bentley Hansen. Hansen needs some help. Stolen away by Coleman Lloyd. Cade Porter. Another look inside, but stolen by Eli Stevens. Ahead, Lane Ratliff. He dribbles across the timeline in a hurry. Stenson reverses on top. Stevens, he'll shoot to 3. Front iron. Rebound knocked around. Should be West ball.
Yes, that ball was tipped out of bounds by a Panther.
Kyle Porter will enter for West Muskingum. Taking a seat will be Coleman Lloyd. Stolen by Stevens, but it sails out of bounds. It will stay with West. 4:59, fourth quarter, 43-24. Stenson, or I should say Ratliff, needed a second tie his shoes. New Lex in a full court press. They're going to throw long, are the Tornadoes. And what's this?
They're going to get Lane Ratliff. They're saying he was holding on to the jersey of Connor Hill. It's going to be the third personal on Lane.
And the fourth on the team in the fourth quarter. Interesting call. They're going to do the same thing? Nope. What now?
They called Lane again, they say he's tugging on the jersey of Connor Hill. That's going to be free throws. I didn't see it, but apparently they did.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
Well, Connor Hill's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. He is 2 of 2 from the stripe here in the game. Has 5 points. 43-24, West Muskingum with the lead. First one's good. Substitution for West Muskingum. It's going to be Reed Lemony seeing his first action, and Tavin Bennett. Boy, both of those guys have played very limited minutes tonight.
They have. Reed had a groin injury a week ago when we were here for the Maysville game, but he's back in uniform now. We don't know if that injury is still lingering or they just want to work him back in slowly. But you're right, Tavin Bennett has been a mainstay with the starting 5 all year until tonight.
Both free throws made. That's Ratliff. And now a foul called on the floor on Tavin Bennett. It's his second. West Muskingum on defense. They are up big, 45-24. Bentley Hansen's gone the entire way.
This game feels a lot like Tuesday night's game, doesn't it?
Just got away from him. The corner, Stenson will drive baseline, kick to Stevens. He will go inside on the crossover. Back to Stenson on the baseline, scores the basket.
Nice finish in between 2 Tornado defenders by Stenson.
He has 6. New Lex straight man-to-man. That's Tavin Bennett with Kyle Porter. And Jake Anton with the ball. 45-26, tapped away by Hansen, retrieved by Anton. Foul on Hansen. It's going to be Bentley's second and should send Anton to the line for a couple of free throws. Now you mentioned, I think they were in the bonus in the first, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
The Tornadoes?
Yeah, they got there quickly. The Panthers committed 2 personal fouls the first 22 seconds of the quarter, and then the back-to-back whistles on Lane Ratliff when it was a dead ball situation. There's 4 team fouls right there. You racked up really quickly.
Anton buries the first free throw. One more coming. Got it. He has 12. 47-26. Ratliff. Hansen splits the double team. Inside to Eli Stevens. Tries to go up off baseline. Scores the basket.
Nice move by Eli. Uses the rim for protection. Comes up the other side. Shields the ball from potential block.
He has 5. Kyle Porter with the dribble. Jake Anton and Tavin Bennett. Bennett holds. Spin dribble to the corner. Lemony drives inside. Pulls up from 8. Off the iron. Rebounded by Carter Smith. And I think you're going to catch Smith on the foul.
You're going to get Eli Stevens pushing in the back. That should be free throws for Carter Smith. It looks like it will be.
Carter Smith with a couple of free throws.
The pace of this game slowed down to a crawl here in this quarter, Howard.
Yeah, a lot of free throws. Yeah. First free throw by Carter Smith. Got it.
If Carter Smith adds this to his game, if he adds, jump shot range out to 16, 18, potentially 20 feet, this kid's only a sophomore. Mm-hmm. If he continues to work on his game, he could be a very, very dangerous player in the coming years.
Front iron misses the second free throw. And here comes Bentley Hansen to Stenson. Back inside again to Eli. Hammered and a foul call.
Could be any one of
three.
Yeah, any one of three who went for the block.
Take a number. Yeah. Should be a couple of free throws coming for Eli. They're going to catch.
I don't think there's a 34 on the floor.
Yeah.
That's who they called the foul on.
They're going to call 24, Carter Smith, maybe.
They're trying to figure it out now. It's Jake Anton.
Two free throws coming for Eli Stevens.
So they reported 34 instead of 14.
Got it.
Just the second personal against Jake.
Connor Hill comes in for Carter Smith. And Eli Stevens, one more coming. He has 6 in the game. 48-29 in favor of West. Got them both. Ulex picks up full court. That's Reed Lemony. Lemony goes right by. Oh, Stevens with the steal. And he'll go and miss the shot and be fouled by Lemony.
Nice quick hands by Eli. Poked it away. Wasn't able to get it up and in, but drew the contact.
What are we going to get? We're going to get a 30-second timeout by West. So Eli Stevens, 4 points, 2 baskets, and 3 of 4 from the line for 7. So again, every time West takes a timeout, they seem to come up with something different. So you wonder what's cooking in their huddle now.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
Yes, we are. The Tornadoes, they are led tonight by Jake Anton with 12, 10 for Carter Smith, and nobody else in doubles. Coleman Lloyd had 7 in the first quarter, has not scored since.
Yeah, and their starters seem to change from night to night. Their rotation's a little bit different each time we see them, but those two guys right there, Carter Smith and Jake Anton, are always in the starting lineup, and they rarely come off the floor. Those are two guys that obviously Coach Kelsheimer leans on and relies on heavily.
Yeah, the other 7 guys, I'm not sure, Ted, I don't keep track of minutes, but they may be all about the same minutes.
Yeah, like I said, with the exception of Anton and Carter Smith. Yeah, the rest of the 7 guys kind of play equal minutes when it's all said and done.
Eli Stevens will go to the line for a couple. Lane Ratliff, Paul Stenson, Eli Stevens on the floor, Carter Whidden and Bentley Hansen. And 2 free throws coming for Eli. First one, in and out. For the Tornadoes, it will be Connor Hill, Tavin Bennett, Reed Lemony, Coleman Lloyd, and Jake Anton. Second one's good. Streaking up the floor is Reed Lemony. Swing on top, Connor Hill. Boy, Lane Ratliff all over him. Be careful. There it is.
Is that his 4th or 5th? It's going to be on Lane. It's just his. That is his 5th personal
I
foul.
Had him with 4. I indeed had him with 4.
Yeah. Corey Adams still sitting on the bench with 4. Sam Roop's going to check in for Lane. So Coach Dewar's going to go with size over scoring.
Connor Hill with 2 more free throws. He is 5 of 5 from the stripe here in this 4th quarter, 49-31. In favor of West Muskingum. And another free throw coming for Hill. Got it. He has 9. Bentley Hansen double team. Stenson back to Hansen. Splits the double team. Goes to the corner for Roop. Roop swinging around Whidden. Has it Stenson. Eli Stevens back to the corner for Hansen. He will go inside. Shot up. No good. Rebounded off to Connor Hill. He will fly well ahead. And then the drive inside. Then the kick back for the Tornadoes. Checking in, by the way, is Braxton, or Bragg, yeah. Or Brownrigg, Braxton Brownrigg. Jake Anton holds. Eli Stevens on him. A little backdoor play, not there. Reed Lemony drives right, goes to the corner. Shot on the way for the 3 is good.
Braxton Brownrigg, the 5'9 junior, if that name sounds familiar, it's because he's a standout on the football field and Coach Brownrigg's son getting a little play on the basketball floor.
So he has the triple. Stevens on the other end shoots the basket. And Mulex stays in the press. Up the floor comes Anton. He will lob inside. Shot is up by Coleman Lloyd for the basket. Mike Mulex getting a little tired now. Stevens back the other way on the run out. He makes it.
That puts him in double.
Yeah. 9 in the fourth quarter, 12 for the game.
Yeah. The only Panther in double figures as Bentley Hansen's still stuck on 8.
Well, he gets the steal. Comes back the other way. He'll shoot to 3. Got it.
Give him 11.
There you go.
Yeah.
All you need to do is call his name.
Yeah, that's right.
55-38. Braxton Brownwig. Jake Anton has it. They will go again on the lob. That's Coleman Lloyd again. And timeout by maybe an official's timeout for some subs. Yeah, I think officials are going to take a timeout, so New Lexington, or I should say West Muskingum, can put some subs in.
Yeah, Coach Kelsheimer cleared his bench. Reed Lemedy, Noah Morrison, the only 2 regulars out there right now.
To the corner, Whidden, long ball on the way, in and out, rebounded on top. With the basketball is Reed Lemedy, down to a minute to go here in the game. West Muskingum holds. Lemedy, Noah Morrison also on the floor for the Tornadoes. A couple of JV players in for West. Morrison and Lemedy play keep away. Lemedy right to left dribble, goes inside, kicks, back on top, and Noah Morrison has it. And West Muskingum just content to play pass and catch. That's Noah Morrison. Drive in the corner and then back on top. And Lemedy with the basketball one more time. 20 seconds to go here in the game. Clock running. Lemedy inside, pulls from 6. Misses the shot, rebounded by Bentley Hansen. Hansen loses it, picks it up, and he will go to the line for a couple of free throws. Will Bentley Hansen. So Bentley Hansen will step up to the line. First one on the way, good.
Shoots free throws at better than 80%.
Yeah, excellent.
He is an excellent free throw shooter.
One more coming for Hansen, who's gone the distance in this game. Got it. And Brownwig, I think, just going to dribble this one out. And that's going to do it from West Muskingum. The Tornadoes are going to come away victorious by the score of 57-40. Nice job by West Muskingum Tornadoes in this one.
Yeah, another tough defeat for New Lexington. That's going to be their 4th consecutive loss. All to great teams, 2 to Coshocton, 1 to Maysville, now here at West. And they just really need some health in the worst way right now.
Yep, so West Muskingum victorious in this one. We'll try to get some numbers added up for you. So, Ted, your impressions of New Lexington again being shorthanded with the injury situation?
I thought they gave it a valiant effort. Just not enough bodies for Jeremy Dewar to throw out there and combat this 9-10-man rotation that Coach Kelsheimer throws out there at teams. It's very, very tough. And you know, this game was an 11-point advantage at halftime for West Muskingum. New Lex cut that lead to 8 with about 3 minutes to play in the third, and then had a couple of consecutive possessions that could have cut it to 6 or 5, and they just were not able to convert on any of those chances. And West Muskingum turned around and had a 10-1 run to end the third and begin the fourth, and they never looked back. And they won by 17 points here tonight.
So 5. West Muskingum now goes to 12-8 overall on the season, 7-7 in MVL play, 8-3 at home. For the Panthers of New Lex, 10-10 overall. They drop to 5-8 in MVL play, and they will fall to 3-6 away from home. And Ted, I again, not to take anything away from West Muskingum, but you have to applaud the job that Coach Dewar is doing. Similar again to what we saw against Maysville Tuesday night. They battled and gave everything they had for the first half, but then the lack of depth just really hurt them in the second half. Very similar tonight. And let's be honest, both Maysville, West Muskingum, and Coshocton, the two games before, good basketball teams.
Absolutely. Maysville and Coshocton are the cream of the crop in the small division. And West Muskingum and New Lex had aspirations to be in that position prior to the season starting, but they find themselves scratching and clawing for sectional and district seeding position right now. And this is a big win for West Muskingum, just 2 games remaining. And I know their last game is at John Glenn, so this is a big win tonight. Puts them back in the winning column. And if you can go over there to New Concord next Friday night and pull off a shocker, that will open the eyes of some Eastern District.
Unfortunately, though, for the Tornadoes, they've got that drawing Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
So
that's right. The drawing is this Sunday.
Yeah, would it be crazy if they drew John Glenn in the first game and turn around and play him in the regular season? That would be an interesting concept. Okay, for scoring tonight, after the first quarter, it was 17-13 in favor of West. In the second quarter, the Tornadoes outscored New Lex 13-6. It was 30-19 at the half. 9-5 in the third quarter made it 39-24 in favor of the Tornadoes after 3. And then the final margin, 57-40 in favor of West Muskingum. For the Panthers of New Lexington, Lane Ratliff did not score. Paul Stenson, a basket, a triple, 1 of 2 from the line. He had 6 points. For Corey Adam, 2 trays for 6. Bentley Hansen, 3 twos, 1 triple, 4 from the line. He was their leading scorer with 13. Malachi Thresher did not play. Eli Stevens, 4 baskets, 4 of 6 from the line for 12. Sam Roop had a triple for 3, and Carter Whitten did not score. From the free throw line, the Panthers were very respectable, 9 of 12. For West Muskingum, they would place 2 in doubles, including Jake Anton and Coleman Lloyd. So, Cade Porter started, 1 deuce, 1 triple, 2 of 2 from the line for 7. Coleman Lloyd started, 4 twos, a triple, he had 11. Kyle Porter had a triple off the bench for 3. Connor Hill started, a triple, 6 of 6 from the line, all in the fourth quarter for 9. Tavin Bennett off the bench did not score. Jake Anton started, 2 doubles, a triple, 5 of 6 from the stripe for 12. Reed Lemony off the bench did not score. Carter Smith started, 4 deuces, 2 of 4 from the line. He had 10. Noah Morrison off the bench had a basket for 2. Braxton Brownrigg scored a triple in the fourth quarter for his only points of the game. So that adds up to the 57-40 victory for West Muskingum. Okay, Ted, we've talked exclusively about the tournament draw. For New Lex, they roll in 10-10. Hopefully they can get a good draw Sunday.
Yeah, we'll find out Sunday afternoon when the OHSAA updates their website. I know I'll be anxiously waiting and checking in periodically throughout the day to see where people are playing their first round games at. And the New Lexington Lady Panthers got a bad draw. They're going to have to go all the way to Ironton down by the Ohio River. So let's just hope New Lexington doesn't get that kind of draw.
Yeah.
On the boys' side.
Yeah, that might be a 2-day trip down to Ironton for the Lady Panthers. For West Muskingum, again, we've talked about it exclusively. That Eastern District is going to be a monster. And West Muskingum, with all of their firepower, they may not get a home game.
Maybe not.
I think it could come down to voting, because you've got the block of the MVL but then you've got the block of the Eastern District.
Yep.
Other schools, non-MVL, they'll probably go the way of Maysville, John Glenn, but they're going to put some of their boys in.
Yeah, I agree, but you can't deny Maysville and John Glenn what they've done up to this point. You know, Maysville just 2 losses, the Muskies 3. So depending on tonight's results, I would expect the Panthers to draw the 1 seed and the Muskies the 2nd, but that could very easily be different.
All right, before we close out, we do want to mention that sponsors tonight, Community Bank, Finks Harley-Davidson, Foxfire Schools, Kokonis Furnish and Mattress, Levy's Flooring, CA House Music, City Tire and Buckeye Pro, the Ohio Educational Credit Union, and South 60 Films, proud streaming partner of West and New Lex. And this game was sponsored by the 21st Century Program at New Lex High School. Please contact them for information. Our thanks to Matt Mahoko, Isaac Dreyer, Brady Knavel, Ted Snyder, Howard Twiggs, and Ted, your final thoughts before we close out?
I'm just anxiously awaiting the tournament draw on Sunday and really wishing the Panthers the best of luck in getting healthy, and both from Isaiah's injury and the illness going around New Lexington schools, because I really want this team to be at full strength when the postseason begins here in a couple weeks.
All right, one final reminder. We will be with you next Friday on South 60 Films, where it's Maysville at Philo, and the next Saturday morning in a makeup game, we will have the New Lex girls versus Morgan. So we will say goodnight with the final score, 57-40, the Tornadoes over the New Lex Panthers. Thanks for watching, listening, everybody. We sure appreciate it. Take care. We'll see you.